Yeah, we're live now, Amy. Hi, everybody. Welcome to your Wellness Wednesday, Women's Wellness Wednesday. Look how you guys have special guests today. It's not Amy and Jing. It's two elves.
Exactly, yes. Oh, we need to be, are we in gallery view?
Yes, we are. Yes, we're in
Okay.
gallery view. Yes. Amy's very technical about this, so I gotta make sure that we're both sitting
Oh,
side by.
okay. Maybe I just need to click it. Yeah. So,
Yeah, we can even do a little dance for you because we know it's holiday season now, right? Let us know what is everybody doing for holiday. We may do a little, caroling here. Dun, 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 dun.
well, I just finished the Christmas yoga that I did, and we did,
Oh
yeah,
yeah.
we did
Type in the
12.
chat box. How many of you have been following Amy during the Christmas yoga challenge? Okay, we want to see how many of you.
The first day I was like, let's just start with tree pose because it's partridge in a pear tree. And then I'm the kind of person that then like commits to it. I was like, right now I need to find something for every day in the song. And it was actually okay. And then the last one was really tricky, like drum pose. There was no drum pose. And I was like, oh.
You
Well,
can make up one, right?
we did headstand because it's like a drumstick. So
Yeah, I love it. And that's very, very clever. You could actually
yeah.
put an actual drum next to your headstand and have your legs boom come down
we
to
were
drum it.
we were doing like drumming in other poses like warrior one and then drumming down like yeah things like that. It's got very energetic. I got more energetic as it went
Great,
through.
great. I haven't seen that video yet. I gotta go check it out.
Yeah.
Guys, seriously, make sure you go check out Amy's yoga challenge for Christmas.
Yeah.
It's super fun. Yeah. And yeah, so speaking of Christmas, what is everybody doing? Type in the comment. What is your plan if you do even celebrate Christmas? I know that we have people from everywhere. Some of you may not celebrate Christmas. Some of you may do it for the sake of just joining the whole global hype, right? Then it doesn't matter. It's the time of the year where we just want to send love, all around. It's not so much about the presents, spending money, eating candies, and feasting, but really it's about love. So we just want to make that straight, right? If nobody's left out, love for everybody. But we're actually here to actually have a really nice discussion. We're gonna make it quick today too, because Amy has a Christmas duty to do. It's very late.
Mom duty, Christmas mom duties. Any mums will feel me right now. It's like
Yeah. Any
you
moms, type in the chat box.
your, your to-do list is like I'm really distracted by like how cute, hopefully cute we look right now, or possibly silly. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, we can post for a few of those photos so that we can put on our thumbnails, right?
The other thing I was distracted by was this is my first vegetarian Christmas. So I was
Oh,
so they asked me, my parents asked me what I would like, and so it's going to be a nut roast. So I'm kind of excited to
oh,
try it.
that's great. Yeah. Actually, last year I had a almost like 90% vegetarian Christmas. Yeah, because that was my first year, like first few months going into vegetarian lifestyle. And I think it was, yeah, I think I didn't touch any of the meat. And
Yeah.
my father-in-law, he's usually the chef for home. He cooked a lot of tofu for me and some baked potatoes and steamed, peas and vegetables. That was very sweet of him.
Well,
Um,
I really like the gravy, so it needs to be something that go. Wait, that might not be the same kind of gravy. I think in the States, gravy is different. Gravy is white. In the UK, gravy is brown, and it's nice.
that's the gravy I'm used to. Yeah, the brown one. Yeah, States, they have
American gravy is white, I think.
creamy. Oh, I didn't know that.
Anyway, but I'm looking. So it couldn't be tofu. That wouldn't go. And then they said the corn pieces, and I thought no, that's not going to be good either. They really work in curry, but nut roast sounds really nice. I've never tried it, so fingers crossed. Yeah, I haven't I only ate meat once this year, and that was like. But I think I talked to you about that when I was in the position of someone handed me a roast dinner with chicken on it, and I was at that point like so afraid to upset them that I ate it. So
Right,
that's
right. I have been in that situation too.
but from now on, it's vegetarian. It's vegetarian all the way, and I'm excited about it. So yeah, mom always.
Beautiful, beautiful.
I did feel a bit. My dad's texting me. He's like, "What would you eat?"
Oh, I know what you mean. Yeah,
Well, it
you
needs
should
to
be
be
bad at.
vegetarian.
Yeah.
I'm gluten free. Sorry, I'm one of those.
Sorry, I'm that bitch. Yes.
Poor dad is like, right, I need to go to the grocery store to the special section for the people who don't eat anything.
That's right. That's right. Yeah. No, that's so loving, like, yeah, I know what you mean. I have, I feel the same when I'm with my, like, with my own parents, I'm fine, but when I'm with my in-laws, I do feel a bit bad. Like, I don't want them to cook special for me, but even though when you are vegetarian, you do need to cook separately, right? So that's why I kind of give a little bit of room for flexibility. So I think I talked about this as well, right? Like, I'm not 100%. I do give room for flexibility so that, like, I don't make extra fuss. But anyway, so before we digress,
I'm hungry.
I know, right? Yeah, maybe you can give yourself a
Anyway,
little elf snack. Yeah.
but
We want to review 2020 because we only have what, like a week left to the end of the year. And of course, we're gonna be here again next week to do, like another episode before we are crossing over to 2021. But for today, we want to take the opportunity to do a little review with a happy vibe, of course. Not to focus on too much on the sad stuff, of course. We have to acknowledge what's been happened, right? The good and the bad. So over to you, Amy. What would you like to start with?
well, let's just start with this is something that I was reflecting on. It is a lot of the time when if we look back on this year, yeah, okay, let's be real. We're not gonna, we're not living in la la land with rainbows and unicorns. It's not been the year that we all expected. Particularly, I remember I was reflecting. It's like, well, I doesn't actually seem that long ago since last Christmas,
Mhm.
and I was, so hopeful for the year. I had all these plans for the year. A lot of you maybe think the same way, and like, what's happened? And then it could be so easy to go into a 2020 has been so shit. Like this is, excuse my use, but I had a lot of friends messaging me going, it's been just shit. I want it to be over. I want it to be done. And it's like, well, a lot of the time, we can change our mindset instantly by just taking a different look on things.
Mhm.
So a lot of the message that I've been putting out this year is well, we know now this year, if we take anything from this year, is that people have a much stronger grasp on what they want in their life because we've been shown very, very clearly what we don't want in life, which is to be trapped. We don't want to feel like we're not free. We don't want to feel like we can't do the things that we enjoy or see the people that we love. So in a way, we can take a spin on this, is that this year we're clearer more than ever. We have much stronger and clearer feeling of what we want in life. Is it possible to take me seriously in this Santa?
Oh yeah, of course. Yeah, totally. We're having a really serious conversation here.
Santa. So we're very clear on what we want in life now. We know that we want to feel free, okay, because our internal reality is different to our external reality. Maybe technically our external reality can be we're still trapped, still a lot of places going into lockdown. But think of it like this: has anyone ever heard of the people who are in prison? And they're actually, like, their freedom is genuinely taken away from them 100%, but they can find freedom in their mind and they can find peace that way. So we need to look at it this way. Just because we can't control our external circumstances, we can still grow within ourselves 100%. Now
100%.
we know exactly what we want because it's very clear what we don't want. We don't want to feel the way that we felt this year. So let's take that now and put a positive motivational spin on it. Let 2020 be the year that you are empowered, not a victim, because this is really how I want to end 2020. And this is the choice. This is really the choice. And it's a cold truth that we need to make this choice. And anyone watching needs to make this choice. Do you want to end 2020 as a victim or empowered? Literally, that's your choice. Because you can join in with the masses who like to take the victim mentality. We've talked about a little bit about
Yeah.
victim mentality. If you choose to be a victim of coronavirus and lockdown, poor me, this sucks, right? Join the people who are doing that. Whenever you're in a victim mindset, you are completely 100% disempowered because
Hmm.
everything is happening to you. You cannot control it. You are a victim of your circumstances. And because of that, you need the rescuer. So you must wait around for someone to rescue you. And, while you're waiting, you're getting a lot of sympathy and feeling good about that. But you're never going to be able to change your life like that. So you can choose that if you want. There's no judgment here. You can choose to feel, I want to feel bad about it. It's really sucked. I want to, feel, oh, poor me, and it's been terrible, and I want sympathy. That's fine. But if you make that choice, you're not going to be able to change your life. So if you want to really change your life, let's look at it a different way. Now you know exactly what you want. Now you really feel that drive more than ever to live a life that you're passionate about, that makes you happy. We just want happiness. We really just realized that
Right.
this year. Everything that's gone on, all of the stuff that seemed important this time last year in 2019. What's your view on it now? It's completely
Mm-hmm.
different. We have a completely different view on things. We don't care about a lot of that stuff. We just want our freedom and happiness. That's it. So
Yeah.
what are we going to do? How are we going to get that moving forward? Use that and drive that force, become empowered rather than victim.
I love that. Love that. Everybody write this down. You want to end your 2020 victimized or empowered, right?
Yes.
So this is actually kind of like a choice, right? It's really up to everybody to choose how you want to live your life. And I love what you said here because, like while you were talking, it reminds me of the fact that every time when we come to the end of the year, we're like, oh, I think a lot of times what the mentality is, ooh, what's the New Year's resolution, right? Like, oh, this year, forget about it, right? I see that. I'm sure it's not in everybody, but I sense and I see a lot of that kind of mentality of, oh, whatever has happened this year, forget it. Like I'm just gonna, start a year like clean slate, right? Everyone has that. So, okay, clean slate, it's okay. I did not achieve this goal, that goal, but clean slate next year. I promise myself I'm gonna do that. Okay. But more than half the people actually fail to fulfill what is on the list, right? So while you're talking about that, right, it reminds me, I love that you point out you want to end your year empowered or still staying as a victim, because how you want to end this year is actually exactly how you starting the new year, right? Because you're carrying that over. If you're like, still a victim of how coronavirus and everything's changed, and oh God, a victim, blah, 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 you're actually still going to start the new year with that same mentality because you're setting up the tone for next year. Then, I mean, I would love to see a lot of people with that victim mentality switching over and go, you know what? I'm done being a victim. I'm going to start my 2021 empowered, right? If that's you, great. We want to see everybody switching sides. Go and be on team, empowerment, right? And that's just something that I was very, inspired to say that, it actually sets the exact tone of how you're starting your next year. If you're ending your 2020 with empowerment, knowing that, I have the power to to thrive in this time, not to like just surviving, then your 2021 is going to be even more powerful. And having said that, none of us know what's going to happen next year, right? Like 2020 happened like this. Like, who thought that this whole, global pandemic is going to happen? We thought we were going to have all these plans. Maybe some of us made all these fantastic plans, right? Like my husband and I actually booked our honeymoon holiday and it didn't happen. But what can we do, right? We just have to be adaptable. And I think, like just to continue on with what Amy said here, I think the 2020 in review for me is about actually learning to be adaptable. Learning, it's the same as victim or empowerment mentality, right? Like, are you going to be blaming? Are you going to be like, oh, being in that vibration of, nothing is predictable. I might as well not try, right? I might as well just don't give a, a rat, I don't give a, don't
A monkeys.
yes, and I'm trying to find.
Find
Oh,
a clean word. All of the profanity in Jesus.
exactly. And I'm so like programmed to say that now. I'm like, oh, what substitute? Give me a substitute. I don't give an alph about it, right? I don't give a fluff ball about it, right?
Santa's elf about it.
That's right. Keep it a
Anyway,
holiday. Keep
you
it
are on a
PG.
roll. Go, go, go.
Keep it PG, right? We have kids in here, right? I hope. Okay, so what was I saying? Yeah, so really, yeah, really, when nothing is actually nothing can go according to plan. That's what I have learned. I know everybody loves setting goals, which we're going to be talking about next week. But also, while you're setting goals, it's great because it helps us get clarity. But also at the same time, I feel that we need to also reserve that room for flexibility. Again, I talked about that when I was talking about the vegetarian diet. But I feel like in life, we need to actually create and reserve. We always have that room for flexibility. See that room as your yoga room. You know, in yoga, we work on our flexibility as well, right? You know, not just flexibility, but strength and stability. But in life, the same too. Next year, perhaps something big could happen. We don't know, right? Knock on wood. There could be a bigger crisis happening next year. There could be something else that's totally out of like everyone's prediction that will happen. What are we going to do? Right. So it's important for us to really always be prepared and geared up for that something unexpected. So that's what I learned. Like the biggest thing, I mean, we can have like, 4 hours here reviewing
Yeah,
everything,
exactly.
right? But we just want to put everything into like the most, how should I say, motivating words possible for everyone to maybe hopefully learn something from. And we also want to hear from everybody that's watching this right now, apart from the fact that you're very entertained by our outfits, but also like write us, also tell us in the comments, how would you like to summarize your 2020 in one sentence, let's say, in review, right? So over to you, Amy.
So I think I was listening to what you were saying, and the what came to my mind is that first, like maybe we can just take a moment to everyone like congratulate yourselves for making it through this
Yeah.
last year. Would you have thought that you would have been able to cope with this situation? It's completely like 2 years ago. If you'd have told us, because I think this time last year there was kind of echoes of coronavirus in China, but yeah, like 2 years ago, would you have thought that this would even be possible? But we made it through, right? You
Hmm.
guys adapted. You guys made it. Well, congratulate yourselves. Feel proud of yourselves because boy, have we learned to be adaptable. Those of you who thought that you couldn't handle change before, you effing handled it. You got through it. So you already are a
Absolutely.
pro at handling really, really tricky and unusual, challenging situations because we did it. So you've got that in the belt now. You are empowered. You can do this. We now have got to the point where it's like, gym's open today, might not be open tomorrow. I'm going to enjoy it today because I don't know
Maybe
if the
next week
gym's
will be
open.
shut down again.
We are more adaptable this year. We are more living in the moment because we don't know if lockdown's going to come tomorrow because that's the way that it works in the UK. Like it changes on an hourly basis. What's happening? All I know is that I went to the pool today with my son and we had an amazing time. Could be
Oh,
closed tomorrow,
beautiful.
but we enjoyed it in the moment. So we are much more present and able to appreciate the small things that last
Hmm.
year we took for granted, like
Hmm.
gyms being open. A lot of what Jing was saying was about the the resolutions. I don't know. I mean, probably everyone had lists of resolutions like I'm going to go to the gym every single day this year. Ah, okay, right. We've had to adapt. We've had to be like the person who's okay, I'm going to go this way. Okay, doors closed, gyms are closed. Right, I'm going to go do this. I'm going to do
Yeah.
that. So we kind of just living a lot more in the moment, figuring out how we can still achieve our goals with anything that's happening on the outside. So what really our resolutions could be this year, whereas before they may have been all external. I'm going to do this. I'm going to whatever
Yeah.
manifest.
Yeah. Accomplish all these things.
Yeah,
Yeah.
let's make them about our internal circumstances because we don't know what's going to happen this
Hmm.
year. But I can set all my resolutions, and maybe this we invite you all to do the same. What are your internal goals? What are your goals for yourself, for your development? Because we can always do that, even in lockdown. Actually, in lockdown more than ever, we were presented with a really unique kind of opportunity in that
Yeah.
respect to do it. So let's focus our resolutions. Don't not set any goals. Yeah, we want to try and just make sure that we again change our perspective on them. And the other thing that I was going to say is that I was listening to Jing, and we're about being real here. Yeah, we like to keep a positive spin, but also be real and
Hmm.
don't lie to yourselves and say, "Oh, it's been wonderful. It's been a wonderful year." I would actually invite you to channel some of the, let's say, like frustrations that you've had about this year, because you know these, when they're used right, these what we label as negative vibrations of like frustration and anger can be super super powerful energies, because they're very primal,
Mhm.
protective energies that have evolved over thousands of years. So yeah, okay, fine. Last year I didn't get to do all this stuff and I feel really frustrated about it. So what am I going to do? And go up. So you have a choice. If you're feeling frustrated about your situation right now, you've always got a choice. You can go down into despair and victim and helplessness, or you can go up into determination and motivation. So again, that's your choice. This is, we always have a choice in any moment, and we're not going to judge you which one you would choose. You can go down into despair if you want. Just realize you're never going to change your life there. So ultimately, channel it. Go up. Choose for determination and motivation, says the elf.
Love it, love it. Yeah, this is definitely a great reminder for everybody that feels the frustration, the anger, or any of the strong emotions, which are like the opposite of, what we always promote here, right? The good vibrations. But you can actually channel it and transform. Energies cannot be destroyed, right? But they can be transformed. But transforming into like that determination, the drive to propel you forward, right? So that's why a lot of times, like when people who are really angry, they're looking for revenge. But when that revenge get turned into, like good actions, and I'm talking about killing and doing all that stuff, right? But right when that revenge, like emotion, the vibration gets turned into that determination of you wanting to power yourself inside, for you to work on yourself to be better. Oh my God, ooh la la. I'm using ooh la la because you don't know who you're turning to. You will become so unrecognizable, like so powerful and amazing and attractive and sexy, everything you always want to be, simply because of that revenge, that hateful, that anger vibration you had, right? So that is an example for everybody. So if anyone's going through a bit of that right now, you know that this is your time to transform that energy into a good determination, that drive for you to become better and to start your 2021 on that sort of like, strong vibration for you to like want to be better for yourself, not so much of a revenge, but not so much to prove to anybody, but at the end of the day, you kind of want to prove to yourself that you can be better, right? You can work on yourself and grow into this better version of yourself. And while I'm talking about this, I'm just reminded to mention that I'm not going to disclose any names. That a really good girlfriend of mine just had a breakup a few days ago. And I know that this may have happened to a few people simultaneously, globally too. That I have realized that towards the end of the year, I know we talked about this a few weeks ago, and even like days before Christmas, people break up for some reason, and I just kind of like, I'm just reminded to also bring this up to let everyone that's going through the breakup or some kind of like relationship difficulties right now, that this is life, and just because this happens right around Christmas, it should not ruin your Christmas. That is my reminder for everybody. Do not think that Christmas is ruined, everything's ruined. You're not gonna have a happy Christmas just because this breakup or this relationship thing happened, right? Because Christmas will always be full of love and full of joy and happiness as long as you are here, as long as you are powerful on the inside. And you are still surrounded by your loved ones, whether it's your family, your friends, other, people in the communities, right? You don't need to have that romantic partner to make everything happy and magical for you. So that's something that I feel really compelled to mention because it just happened. And yeah, and now that it's my turn to be that breakup recovery buddy. I know you did that with your girlfriend a few weeks
Yeah.
ago. Now I'm doing that. So I'm doing that with a smile because I want to, like same as what you just mentioned, right? We don't want people to fall into the victim when the situation is that the other person broke up with them, right? We want them to be empowered from the situation, like, hey, you know what, universe is helping you out. Universe is actually telling you that this person is not right for you, and inviting this person away from your life, to go away from your life right before Christmas, so you can have a really good Christmas with no toxins. Yeah.
So I love both those points that you just made. because what was coming to my mind actually, as I was listening to you, is that if really I want to make this clear, because this is where my belief is about energy in my spiritual journey right now, is that fundamentally energy is not good or bad. But when it comes into these vessels, it can be good, as in drive us towards positive, or bad, drive us towards negative. But actually, every single energy that we've just mentioned today could go completely either way. So if you
Yeah.
look at it like jealousy and revenge, right? So there's a moment where you register, someone has something that you want, or someone's done something to you that you didn't like. Now that moment, that energy comes in, it's got a complete choice, and you are empowered to choose whether it goes up or down. You can go down and say, that's it, nothing good ever happens to me, I hate that person, go really, really vengeful and bitter, down we go. Or I'm going to work really hard and get what I want, because actually I believe that I deserve what they have. I'm worthy, I'm enough, and go up. So we always have that choice. And the same thing when it comes to looking at change. Okay. So we did a whole video about this. So the change comes into our lives, right? And we always have a complete choice on how we look at it. Change comes in. I've lost someone, or I've lost something in my life, a job, a person, a relationship. Everything's changed in my lockdown, something like that.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, change comes in. That's completely neutral. That's a neutral event, but comes into this vessel, and now it has a choice. We have a choice. Do we go down and say, everything sucks, I've lost everything, nothing good ever happens to me? Down we go into victim. Or change comes in. It's Christmas. Change is always an opportunity for Christmas, because if
Definitely.
something changes, you get a Christmas present, a brand new surprise of something new coming in, right? You're
Yeah.
told as kids, let's get rid of some of your old toys, then you can get new toys. Change could be Christmas Day, or it can be despair and victim. Just completely up to you, just depending
Right.
on how we look at it. So we can always just choose to flip that switch. The point that we're trying to make today is that you are empowered 100%. Whether or not you go down into victim is completely your choice. No one's going to stop you. We'd like to, but we can't. But make that choice consciously. Am I going to go up, or am I going to go down? It's simply your choice. You're empowered.
I love that. I love that. You're gonna go down, or you're gonna go up, or you're gonna go down. And the universe is always watching. Seriously. I said to my friend, and then this is for everybody too. The universe is always watching. The universe knows exactly what are you up to. Little effort, big effort that you put into your life, you're working on yourself, everything. The universe knows. It has your back at the end of the day. I know it's like different to what everyone's expecting. Like, oh, if universe has got my back, then my life should be perfect, right? That's not how the life should be, right? If imagine the whole planet, if everybody's having this perfect life, this perfect picture, like it will be hard for us to evolve actually, right? No challenges, no ups and downs in different situations. So we will not grow actually. And if we don't grow and become stronger, do we deserve some of the things we want? No, it requires hard work. Okay. So yeah, I know that's just something that I'm feeling very, very inspired to say, and continue on what you just said here.
Yeah, the universe has got our back is a different statement to what we're saying. Is what we mean when we say the universe has got our back is that the universe loves us and supports us no matter what. But ultimately, the biggest gift that we have is that we have free will, we have choice.
Mm-hmm.
So it's not that the universe is going to be like, we decide we're going to go this way, and then the universe is going to like put some big block in the way, going, no, you're going the wrong way. 100% of the time, you've got choice. It's like the parent of a toddler, right? The toddler's learning to walk, and the parent's kind of just there, like,
Mm-hmm.
okay, yeah, maybe you want to try and go this way, but ultimately the toddler needs to figure it out for themselves, because if they don't
Yes.
figure it out for themselves, they're not going to learn to
Yes.
walk. So it's like ultimately the universe loves us and supports us no matter what. All the universe ever wants for us is to be happy, but it does need to allow us to figure that out for ourselves. And we are empowered. And
Absolutely.
this is really the message that we're putting out here today. So let's end 2020 feeling empowered, not victim. We're not
Mm-hmm.
helpless. Yeah, we're not waiting around for, Prince Charming, or,
Someone to save
God,
us. Yeah.
or the universe or an angel to come and rescue us. No, actually, I want to invite you to a more empowered view, is that you're your own rescuer. You have
Hmm.
the choice, you have the power within you. You just need to lock into that and find it.
Absolutely, absolutely. So that's a great way. This is a great way to end 2020, right? We would love to hear from everybody. What is your, 2020 review? Let us know in the comments. And also, we're very happy to be here, in the during the last week of this year. And we are I think we're also kind of excited that, 2020 is coming to an end because of change. It's not because, oh, finally, oh my God, it's been a dreadful year. Not in that sense, but in the sense that we are actually very excited that there's a new year ahead of us. And, there's going to be changes ahead of us and a lot of possibilities, opportunities, and possibilities, coming, you know, basically ahead of us, coming towards us. And we're ready for the new changes. So, yeah, so I think, Amy, is there anything else you would like to say
I
before we
think we should
end
end on
today's?
that.
Yeah, that's a very powerful ending.
End like, yay, change. Not, oh, change. Yay, change is coming. Change, new things are coming. Growth is coming. Woohoo, bring it on. And just feel
Embrace the
that.
change. Yeah,
Yeah.
be best friends with the
Embrace.
changes.
Who
Yeah.
says change is bad? Who says? Who was the first person who said change is bad? Not you.
Uh-huh.
Not
Yes, exactly. Embrace
yeah.
the change, embrace what's to come in 2021. And this is it from us, Amy and Jing. Jingle bell
Merry
all the
Christmas
way.
and happy Hanukkah and whatever you celebrate, or just happy
Oh
holidays.
yeah, that's right. Yeah, so we want to say big, just happy winter holiday to everybody, right? I know everybody's celebrating different, kind of festivals, but happy winter holidays, and also, enjoy it, and spread lots of love and receive and, give and receive lots of love. Okay, two ways. So we're also here to give everybody the Christmas and the winter holiday love for everybody that's been supporting us throughout the whole 2020, and we are happy to continue this, on to 2021. It's going to be an amazing year, and we'll be here. We'll be back next week to talk about goal setting for 2021.
Can't wait. Right,
Yes,
that's us. Merry Christmas and lots of love from me and Jing. Also, just remember to give, not just giving love to other people, but also to yourselves. And Jing,
absolutely.
I
Yes,
love
Merry
you.
Christmas to you and Louie and your family. Lots of love, and enjoy your vegetarian feast.
That roast. Maybe it's
Yes, a
horrible.
roast. Yes. All right. Bye, Amy. And remember to tune in same time. Oh, we're a little bit late today, but next week, if it's a holiday, we'll let us ever know. But we'll be here Wednesday next week. Okay. So www. Bye, everyone. Have a happy Christmas, happy holiday.
Happy holidays.
Bye.
Bye.